So the concept for today's video is pretty simple. What would happen if the Premier League didn't have the best players in the league? Pretty much I've removed every 81 plus rated player from the Premier League, and we're gonna see how big of an effect this has on some of the bigger teams and some of the smaller teams in the league. As you can see, as we scroll through the rating of every team, none of them are in the 80s whatsoever. Some teams we removed a lot of players, other teams we removed absolutely no players from the team. We're just trying to find out what would happen to the Premier League if the best players weren't actually in the league. We're gonna go through team by team, but let's take Man City for example, who we absolutely butchered. They had so many 81 plus rated players. Their best player remaining on the team right now is freaking Delph. And then we're gonna move over to a team like, let's take Newcastle. They didn't have any 80 plus rated or 81 plus rated players in the team, so we didn't remove anyone. They're still at a 4-star rating. So yes, boys, we're gonna find out today who ends up winning. Let me know down below in the comments before we even get into the career mode. Who do you think is going to come first place in the Premier League this season? I would really be interested to know what you guys think about that. For me, I think it's going to be one of the smaller clubs. I could see Everton winning. I don't think we might have removed like one or two. I think Sigurdsson and a few other players we removed from Everton, but we didn't remove many. They still have a few 80 rated players. Remember, it's just 81 plus. 80 rated players are completely fine. Before we get into the career mode, I'm just going to scroll through very quickly team by team so you guys can see each squad's starting lineup right here. No 81 plus rated players should be in any of these teams lineup. I'm just gonna kind of make sure as we go through rather slowly. Cardiff, we didn't remove any players. Chelsea, we removed a lot of players, and I already see a mistake. Christensen, I need to remove him. Why is he still in the team? I thought I removed him. Maybe not. I'll get rid of that though. Let's just make sure I didn't make any other mistakes. Good thing I'm doing this because I completely would have started things and just left Christensen in the starting lineup. We got Leicester City right here. Another 81 rated player. What am I freaking doing, boys? My apologies. I thought I got rid of him. Lovren too. Milner. Okay, maybe things just didn't save. Let me go through real quick and change that. Okay, so this is really weird. I did it correctly. So when I go to the actual teams, it shows Christensen as an 80 rated player, but when I go to the team sheet, it's 81 rated. That's really interesting. I'm gonna go off the club transfer screen. So even though it shows Christensen as an 81 overall, I am gonna keep him in, and let's go. I think some other teams had that mistake as well. Who was it? Leicester City, I think, had a player. Yeah, this player right here showed 81. He's 80. I'm just gonna stay true to what it says right here on this screen. Yeah, so Lallana I think was, Milner was an 81, Lovren was an 81. I'm staying true to what it says in this screen, so don't worry about what it shows when we go through the lineups. So yeah, that was a weird little glitch. So you're gonna see the 81 rated players. It just goes to show how broken career mode is. They need to change things up. Here is Man City. The team's butchered. A 54 rated striker. I think I'm gonna predict Man City gets relegated. I think they have the worst team in the league. When you remove all of their top tier players, their team is just not looking good. We also have United, who, I don't know, man, they could do all right. Again, Smalling, it shows 81. He's really 80 rated. It's just, I don't know, it's a weird glitch. Here is some more ratings. We got Newcastle, we got Southampton, and we got Tottenham. And again, they're not looking, oh, they're actually looking decent. I think Tottenham could probably finish top of the table. We have Watford right there. Deulofeu going to be leading that squad. We got West Ham, we got Wolves, and we're back to the top with Arsenal. So let's do this, boys. Let's find out what the Premier League would look like if the best players were completely gone. And I should note one more thing. Here is where all the players went. I just made them free agents, so hopefully none of these players sign with Premier League teams. A few of them might here and there, which might skew some of our results, but I think we'll probably end up being fine. I'm just gonna go through and show you all of the players that I released because it was quite a few. I mean, look at all of these names, boys. We got at least, what, 10 pages? Yeah, right around 9-10 pages of 81 plus rated players. So okay, enough of that. Let's get into the career mode. So I'm gonna be able to choose kind of any team I want here. I like to choose the teams that are gonna do better, and I'm gonna get to use a team that we don't get to use very often because a lot of the smaller teams are gonna do very well during today's video. What's a team like I barely use? Maybe Wolves, or maybe Watford. Let's go for Watford. I think they could do decent. And again, it's a team I never use in any of these experiments. Let's go for them. And we're gonna turn off the transfer window in the summer so that no new players sign. Got to disable the journey mode characters as always, and I'm going to disable the Champions League as well. I just want to focus on the Premier League itself, so we're not going to worry about any of that. So now it's officially time to get into the career mode. And as always, boys, make sure to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram. Links should be on the screen somewhere right now. They're also in the description. Interact with me over there via DMs. Shoot me a DM, guys. Let me know how you guys are doing. A lot of times I'll respond. Sometimes I'm busy, so it's going to take me a few days. But yeah, check me out on all social media. So let's get into the career mode. Again, this is just going to be a simulation. No games are being played. Would you guys like to see me play more games during experiments? Because when we do these, I tend to never play the games. I just like to see what would happen in these FIFA simulations. Let me know if you want to see more gameplay. I personally think the gameplay is just so boring, which is why I don't show it. But that's beside the point. Let me know down below in the comments. Here is our starting 11. Let's check out our bench too. We don't have many. Actually, we have a decent amount of reserves. Watford's one of those teams where I don't think we had to remove any players because they didn't have any 81 plus rated players. Hopefully players like Pereira and yeah, Deulofeu as well are going to do wonders for us in these simulations. I'm going to move them to their proper positions. Let's put Gray at striker. Yeah, man, this team honestly looks decent. I think Watford has a chance to contend for a Champions League spot, top 4, top 5. I think we're definitely going to be able to do that. And yeah, boys, let's get into things here. What we're going to do is sim to the January transfer window, get a look at the table, the top goal scorers and whatnot. This should be a pretty quick episode. Yeah, let's do it. Sim into January. So let's just do a quick check-in here in January. I don't want to focus too much on January. I want to get to the end of the video. Let's see where we're at. Luckily, we haven't been sacked. Watford in 11th place. I thought we'd do better than that, man, but there's still half a season left. Let's see some of the top teams. Oh my god, Burnley first, Bournemouth, Palace. Who would have thought this top 4? Honestly, crazy, but that's what happens when you remove the best players. I think Man City's in dead last. I have not seen them. Let's get down to the bottom. Yeah, Man City is just without like KDB, Aguero, Gabriel Jesus, Leroy Sané, Mahrez. Like, they're just destroyed. They have no depth in their lineup outside of their top players, which, I mean, you can't blame them. Yeah, you can't blame them, boys. I mean, they just put all their money into the top players, which is understandable. This table's just insane. You would never see the Premier League table like this in a million years. Man United 8th place, Chelsea 7th, West Ham 6th, Spurs 5th. I feel like whenever we do videos, Spurs, no matter what, are always close to the top of the table. They just have an all-around, solid team with their low-rated players, high-rated players. We got Burnley, again, in first place, which is crazy. Let's see some of the top goal scorers. I don't even know who would be one of the top goal scorers. So King for Bournemouth, Izquierdo. We have Leicester City, the former Man City striker, actually. That's funny. I always butcher his name. Iheanacho, however the hell you say it, boys. We got Barnes, Schürrle there. Ayew, Van Ginkel, Theo Walcott, Sturridge, Welbeck. Let's see assists. Again, the Leicester striker. We got Moses, Sissoko up there. Pereira for Watford. I thought Watford would do better. Guess not, though. And then we got clean sheets. We got everything else. So yeah, halfway through the season, things are not as you would see, you would normally see from the Premier League table. And yeah, we're also going to get to check out the FA Cup. I think there's going to be a good chance of a championship team winning either the Carabao Cup, FA Cup. We can actually check the Carabao Cup before we go to the end of the season. Let's do that really quickly. Chelsea, West Ham, Man United, and Bournemouth. So we don't have any championship teams up there. Who was the last championship team to go out? It was Birmingham City. Shout out to them. Okay, with that, I want to see how this thing wraps up. Let's get into the very end of the season and sim to, it's usually like May 15th, I think. May 13th. I was close. Okay, let's do it, boys. We're heading to the end of the season and see who's gonna win today's episode. So we've made it to the end of the season. Today's episode probably a little bit shorter than some of the past ones that I've done, but I kind of wanted to speed things up today. I like to make these longer than they need to be, and that's really unnecessary. Let's do it though. Who ended up winning today's episode? So the team we controlled, Watford, in 11th place. Bang on average in the Premier League. Let's first check out the bottom of the table. Arsenal 17th, Cardiff 18th. So even though we didn't remove a single player from Cardiff, they're still struggling. Sucks for them. Huddersfield 19th, and Man City getting relegated, the last team in the league. It just goes to show, man, they lost so much good talent. They really had no one left in their squad. We got United 12th, Liverpool 13th. Let's move up here. Watford, Southampton, Chelsea 9, Spurs 8, Fulham 7, West Ham 6, Palace 5, Brighton 4. I think it's going to be Burnley. I think they probably held their spot. Everton 3, Bournemouth 2. Yep, boys, it is Burnley winning the league. congrats to Burnley, and another team that I don't think we removed a single player on their squad, but they ended up winning the entire thing. Episode belongs to Burnley today. Let's check out the player stats. Again, King winning the golden boots. Who else do we have here? We have Wood, Van Ginkel, Izquierdo, Dini, Adama, Rashford is one of the players that probably helped Man United stay out of the relegation zone. Without him, they probably would have struggled a lot more than they did. Let's head and check out the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. So an interesting episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know if you want to see more experiments like this one in the future. FA Cup finals is going to be between United and West Ham. We don't really care who wins that. It was more focusing on the Premier League, but I wanted to kind of check out all these other competitions right here. Man United, Brighton, Southampton, West Ham. I mean, yeah, things just did not go as planned for the bigger clubs. They definitely lost in today's episode. The best of sort of the bigger clubs, and by bigger clubs, I mean, you know, we got City, Arsenal, Liverpool, United, who else? Chelsea, Spurs. I kind of tend to refer to those clubs as the bigger clubs of the Premier League because they are the ones, you know, with the majority of the money, which makes them bigger clubs. Everton could, I don't know, maybe be put up there as well. Probably more along the middle line for Everton. But hey, man, Burnley wins, and this is just a crazy episode. Let me know which different experiments you guys want to see me do in the future, because I had a lot of fun making this one. We've done videos in the past where, like, I made the World Cup without the best teams in the World Cup. We could do that as well. Like, I think we've done the Champions League without the best teams in the Champions League. And I don't know, there's so many different things we can do with FIFA 19. So let me know which experiment you guys want to do next. Also, hopefully you guys are enjoying the new year so far. 2019 out to a hot start. This may or might not be my first upload of 2019. Haven't decided on when I'm uploading this, but it should be sometime in 2019. That is going to be it for the video. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Thank you. Let me know which videos you guys want to see next in the future. And yeah, we'll see you boys later. Peace.